Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Check. Fresno. That's in. Hey, Alpha. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen, he's going to look deep. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here we go.
Now Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the... And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go. Right there, 54 miles. Let's go, D.
Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Looking to throw. Robinson flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Nick Bosa able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. It's taken to the 26. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10.
At their own 48-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number one that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
At the 46-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Here we go, D.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Spinning away. Finding room to the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Rip left.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right. Right away, we knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A minimal gain. As we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. A close call here. Did the ball cross the plane? I don't know. From the naked eye, this was tough to tell.
Always difficult when there's such a tangle of bodies around. You're just trying to find the ball and make sure just a portion of it crossed the plane of the goal line.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first two tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Markel Lee with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They had it 1st and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Robinson, off play action. And Eifert has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Niners' 42-yard line.
Here's Robinson looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Sanders. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Markel Lee picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Allen now throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's more on the return.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Got you, boy. Check 15.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. Remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Hey, home. Watch twist. Watch twist.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch the slack. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Pick it up. Check. Alert. Tighten up.
And here's Allen to throw again. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Austin Safarian-Jenkins. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw is Robinson. Going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 3rd and long. Robinson. And he's going to go down again. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Watch the pass.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively.
Hey, Haywood.
At the 20.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now Allen. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. Back.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
56. Smith.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw. Throwing again. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that 1st down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. On 1st down, Allen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. His defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bengals have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. They'll run. It's Sanders. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Call it no gain there, and they've got a ways to go now on third down. The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Another run with Sanders. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Returning it is Moore. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He returns the punt 61 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. So they boost their advantage here in the 4th quarter. And don't get me wrong, you take the points. I guess the only downside is didn't really get to milk any of the clock here in this last quarter.
But they'll take the points because, as you and I both know, here in the 4th quarter, things intensify. And while they may not have taken firm command of the game, it does give them a little bit of a cushion.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Let's get it. Hey, exit. 53, Mike. Danny.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen looking deep downfield. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Robinson throwing on 1st down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Robinson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 1.
It's a game of...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From a yard out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
17.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time, it's a sack.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Sack, baby.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Mike 51. Mike, go.
To the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Meanwhile, in Foxborough there in the 4th quarter. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Throwing to start the drive. Robinson. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. He's going to take off with it. And his throw here's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there. With now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Sanders. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Robinson throwing to start the drive. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
It's just me.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
49ers 17.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cincinnati, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road day next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.